Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Stranger Things crossover Freakwency and 8 tracks. You can see them there in the box. We'll go and put them off the side real quick and take a look at the box. It's actually a pretty interesting box because, well, it's styled to kind of look like an old style, I guess, older, like, brick building radio station. You got 50,000 watts, WSQ, hey, W Squawk or Watts and Kazoo right there. And it's the Transformers and Freakwency 8 tracks right there. It has about 8 plus. You got the window right here. It's got, like you see, I guess, see inside the radio studio. And their little cheeky little blaster Easter egg right there. And a wraparound, hey, you got Freakwency and Squawk, yeah, Freakwency right there in his robot mode. You got, well, 8 tracks right there in his robot mode, plus, hey, look at Freakwency again. And on top, you have all just kind of the top of a building, which is kind of neat. On the bottom, you have, hey, just warning the copyrights and what's included in some manufacturing details. And on the back, you have, well, more stuff. Oh, hey, look, there's some stuff going on. Like another window right here. And, of course, I guess the other side of the studio and authentic Transformers and upside down pictures and 21 laps and all that stuff. So yeah, in the box are the instructions, which are fairly straightforward and not really a big deal. Yeah, for the most part, they're pretty simple. So yeah, they are packaged in their alt modes, and yes, it's pretty cool because, yeah, again, I still haven't finished actually watching Stranger Things or anything, but yeah, which I'm now a little dissuaded from, considering I've heard a lot of negativity around the final season. Regardless, yeah, you got this pretty cool, like, a full-size, like, you know, van. It's not quite, I don't think it's licensed quite, but I think it's, again, vaguely based on an old Chevy Astro van. But you got the WSQK right there. You got Hawkins Hitmaker right there. The Autobot symbol is some headlights picked on some silver for the grill and windows and silver. And here you got the mirrors and windshields and wipers and silver, and the windows clear. And WSQK 94.5 FM is the Squawk, and the little bird there, and the little old school like striping, you know, coming out of the mouth and everything. You got a little black window area. They got the black with gray on the rims. You got right here, you got, well, a little spot for a license plate, but no license plate. You got the tail lights, but not picked out in paint, and you got the silver bumper, and yeah, again, windows, but you guys kind of blue, you know, blacked out. Bottom, you can pretty much see the robot and kind of give a pretty decent idea of how it transforms and everything. Yeah, and he rolls pretty darn well. And of course, yeah, 8 tracks here is, well, he's an 8 track. I never thought I'd be owning a transforming 8 track, but here I am. There's Rockin' Hawkins with the Autobot symbol, and it has, you know, WSQK right there on there, and you got, again, the logo for the station right there. And yeah, it's just an 8 track looking thing, and yeah, it's kind of neat. So yeah, it's an alt mode, pretty neat, and it rolls really nicely, and it's a really cool old style van. You don't really see this in Transformers very often as a whole, so it's just kind of cool seeing this. You know, took I guess a Stranger Things crossover, but hey, it's pretty cool seeing it anyway. So yeah, really not much else to say about it. It's just a cool van and a kind of an 8 track, which is, you know, itself just kind of wild, just seeing that. There's also this. It's a rubber chicken. It's a rubber chicken. Yep, that's his other accessory, which, yeah, you can get this peg flipped out if you want to, I guess, quote unquote, store it in the robot mode. Why not? You know, it's a way to advertise the radio, I guess, is, hey, look, giant rubber chicken on top of the van. But also, this guy can store away too. You can just take this thing right here, which again looks suspiciously like an 8-track player, and open this up and slide it in. That's one thing. The instructions do tell you to slide it in this way. Don't do that. It won't go in. It tells you to slide in this way. That doesn't work very well. You have to slide it in like this way with the WSQK logo facing out. So I'll slide in. And the only problem is in this mode, it kind of is difficult to get slid back out like this. So you guys have to kind of start transforming it to do so. Yeah, a little bit. So I'll just get it out real quick. Great. So there we go. So this is also off the groove, but yeah. So real quick, measurements. Freakwency in this mode, he is 5 inches long, or 12.7 centimeters, and his weight is 4.7 ounces, or 132 grams. 8 tracks, his length, like this way, is 1.5 inches, or 3.8 centimeters, and his weight is 0.5 ounces, or 14 grams. Not very long at all. So there's that stuff. Now, as for some comparisons, first I'm going to do Freakwency here. Let's see. Here's like the standard. Here's Studio Series 86 Optimus, just to give you an idea there. This is supposed to be a fairly large van, so this might be in that nebulous, smushy kind of, yeah, it kind of looks right-ish kind of thing. Think of it, yeah. Here's a Studio Series 86 Ironhide, just to give you an idea. With a, this is more of a Japanese style van, so yeah, it's a bit smaller, which makes sense. Kind of, although yeah, it's roughly the same length though, almost the same length. So there's that, and still doesn't have tap together properly. So there's that. And here's Blaster, because I have them here for reasons, but yeah, here's Blaster, because it's kind of like they're both, yeah, there's a whole thing there with that whole, this bit right there is kind of a very similar gimmick, but yeah, I guess giant boombox, so I don't know. Why not? He's here anyway. And yeah, here's the previous Stranger Things collab. I forgot his name, but yeah, Surfer Boy Pizza thing. Yeah, but just, this is a Volkswagen van again, so like, it's a bit smaller, which makes sense. The Volkswagen van again was smaller than a Chevy Astro van, so actually might be this, the size actually might be, this guy might be not, it should be bigger, in fact, I believe, next thing. But yeah, regardless, there's your two vans, so there's that. One other thing is, of course, yeah, the comparisons with this guy, which I'm just going to compare him to the, I guess, Blaster's 3 tapes. Because why not? Just give you an idea there. Yeah, it's roughly tape size. It's a bit thicker because, well, it's an 8-track. So yeah, it's not a cassette tape, but 8-tracks are kind of this weird, kind of this. Have you ever seen one? They're kind of about this big or so. Good chunky thing. I'm sure, of course, you don't have really a good frame of reference, I guess, but whatever. They're good size, but yeah. So transformation, I'm going to go ahead and start with a 8-track here, and to do that, what you do is split them in half essentially, and sometimes he's a little stubborn. He pegs together real snugly. Real snugly. There we go. Yeah, you split them in half like this, like that, and then you take the little feet here, and you rotate them like this, and like this. You bring these out like that, and then right here, what you want to do is take these right here and spread those out like this, and then use this double hinge and bring it up like that. Right here, what you want to do is bring this back, this yellow piece back right here, to all the way until it clicks. Oh, not that part, this part. Clicks like that. Then this tab right here will go into the little slot right there, like this. Bring it together like that, and it looks like that. Take the head and rotate it 180 degrees, and there you go. You got 8 tracks in his bird mode. So we'll put it off the side right here, quick, and transform Freakwency, which this is pretty cool. It's a pretty simple, but also pretty cool transformation. What you do is take this bit right here, you untab these right there like that, just get them out of the way. And you unhook the back end of the van a bit, like that. You unhook it and just pull it back like that, right there. And then what you do here is you separate the legs like this. Then back here, what you want to do is you want to bend it right here at this hinge, right here like this, and then this tab right here will go into the front of the shin like this. So you want to bend it so it looks like this and tab it in like that. And you take this panel right here, you fold it in like this, and then you collapse this in like this. Bring the toe down right here, and then you take this piece right here and rotate it up and bring it out like this, and it'll kind of click like that, and that becomes the heel. So it looks like that. And then you do the same thing on this leg. Again, bend these hinges like this, and then bring this forward and tab that in like that. Rotate this inward, close this up like this, bring down the toe, and then bring the heel so it looks like this, and it'll click into place. So there you go. You got that'll pretty much, the lower body is 100% done like that. So we'll go ahead and bring this up. From here, what you want to do is take the rest of the van hood roof thing, or not hood roof, and then bring this down like this, and bring it down. It'll kind of come over this box, and they'll click into place like that. Then you take the sides here, split it in half, and bring out the sides of the van and the hood and everything, and bring it down on these joints right here, and just bring it all the way down like that. You go ahead and untab this bit right here and bring this forward right here on this. It'll kind of come forward, and it'll kind of feel kind of click into place like there, right there. And then bring the fist out like this. Close this up right here, and then rotate the fist 90 degrees like that, and bring it down like that. And same thing here, untab this and bring it forward. Bring the arm forward until it clicks into place. Bring out the fist, close this up, rotate the fist 90 degrees, and then bring this down like that. And with that, you have Freakwency in his robot mode, which means you are now done. So yeah, Freakwency here is actually a pretty cool looking robot. You can see there, getting in close to everything, yeah. It's actually a pretty cool looking robot. I like some of the details like here, like, yeah, it's got a nice red helmet, the blue visor, kind of very cool shades, and like, You got the headphones and little earpieces right there. Like he's got this thing right here. Some people mistook this as a windshield. I don't think it's supposed to be a windshield. I think it's supposed to be like the dome light or whatever inside the car. Of course, you got the 8-track player in his stomach right there, and you got you got some nice little bits of detail there. Again, here, this almost looks like fake tail lights, which is interesting because okay, there's a painted those, but because look very similar. Yeah, you got some bits of silver right there. You got the little toes right there, almost turtle toes right there. And then, I also like the cool thing with, the van hood being the shoulders. I love stuff like that. Yeah, he's got a bit of a backpack, but nothing too egregious, and he just looks really cool, honestly. He just looks really cool like this. I do really like this. And of course, 8-tracks here is also pretty neat looking. He's a little, he's still simple, but I kind of expected considering what he is. But yeah, it's kind of got the cool thing going on with the wingspan and everything. The only thing I would complain about is, honestly, you can see his feet don't actually reach the ground because the tabs of... So you have to kind of do this so his feet actually touch the ground, which is fine. It's just kind of, so yeah, you get that going on. So yeah, it's just kind of interesting, you have that going on. So yeah, if you have that, you have to have it flare like that, but no big deal. It gives him a little bit of character, I guess. But yeah, opposability wise, there's a bit of a disappointment here, but yeah, his head's on a ball joint, which is fine. Left and right, up and down a little bit, a little bit of waggle there. Shoulders do full rotation right there because of the ball joint. So you got that as well. And you also have this, so you adjust how they sit, But the nice way, the way they're cut out is you can just do a full, outward, no problem, which is nice. It does have a bicep swivel right there. His elbows can bend more than 90 degrees. His wrists can swivel, which is nice. Now, the unfortunate thing is there is no waist joint. There's nothing there. It's a fused piece mostly probably because of this thing right here, because of the whole 8-track player thing. Now, someone took it apart and claimed that because there's space in there, there's enough space in there for a waist joint, which I can understand, see their perspective. Oh, by the way, Thomas G. Sageport, I can understand perspective there, but I'm looking at this, and based on how this is built, if they added a waist joint, I'd be worried about fragility right here. It would feel like there'd be not enough plastic to support a waist joint and have this 8-track player. If this 8-track player slot wasn't there, oh yeah, a waist joint would be no problem, but I feel like because of that, he's not. I don't think they were thinking about the idea that this might, putting a waist joint in here might cause fragility issues, which would worry me. So, yeah. So I'm not sure if that's actually the case, but regardless, he doesn't have a waist joint, unfortunately. He also has a single hip skirt piece right there for that, so that's gonna rankle people. But he's also hips can go forward that far and back that far and outward. They can go more than the full splits, which is really nice. Actually, how far can they go? Dang. Seriously, how far can they? Oh wow! I think the only thing stopping them, that's about as far as they go. Holy crap! That's a lot of sideways kick, and of course you have to get the arm out of the way and everything. But yeah, there is a thigh swivel right there. The knees can bend. There's a kind of weird. I'm not sure if that's there's kind of a weird pseudo soft ratchet thing going on. So bend just slightly over 90 degrees. I can feel like there's something kind of grinding there, although I don't see any ratchet things, so I don't know what's going on. But they both make the same kind of grindy. No, I don't know. That's weird. And down here at the feet, you do have ankle tilt, which goes about that far, and the toe can go up, which is nice. You got a bit of a toe joint thanks to transformation, and the heel can be adjusted somewhat. It's kind of interesting. You have to kind of finagle, but yeah, you can't really go much further than that. But yeah, there's a kind of a heel joint of sorts. So there you go. The only real disappointment is the waist joint, the lack thereof. Other than that, he's actually pretty good. As for accessories cuff, of course, you got him, which, oh yeah, by the way, for him, his posability, which is you can flap the wings, wings can flap, the head can rotate. I guess you can untab that and move that, but that just kind of looks weird. And the feet, I guess, can also rotate, but they're supposed to be kind of soft click points. But yeah, so they can kind of rotate as well. And there's also pegs there. Yeah, so that's his posability. Yeah, the pegs there, right there. You can see there's little pegs right here. Peg holes, I should say. Peg holes there, and there's pegs there. And so yeah, you can peg them on to the shoulder, which is pretty cool. I love the stuff like that, Peg him on the shoulder. No, he's a pirate or something. As for this thing, what's the rubber chicken do? Well, cool thing is, oh yeah, you can transform it as well. Which, yeah, you open this up, rotate this halfway, you get the peg out of here, which is annoying because, yeah, it's a little stiffer than I like. Click that in place and then rotate this the rest of the way and close this back up. And then you, I guess, flare out the legs if you want. And then you got a little rubber chicken blaster, which, boy, if you got embarrassed, defeated by this, that become embarrassing. But Only complaint here is, yeah, these hollow bits are kind of on top. I wish, you know, it was done such a way. I mean, you can do this, I guess. Do that, which that doesn't look terrible. I mean, doesn't look any goofier than, you know, just having a rubber chicken for a gun anyway, but yeah. So you can do, you know, all that stuff, so there you go. And of course, yeah, getting this guy real quick. I'm going to transform him real quick. And of course, yeah, this still works, you know, so you can still, you know, insert that in like that. So it can be stored away like that, you know, if you want. And this mode, it's actually easy, pretty easy to get in there, back behind there, and just, you know, push this out from the back. So you can slide it out, and there you go. So, yeah, there you go. I'm going to get this guy transformed again. There we go. That's Freakwency 8 tracks in their robot modes. I was thinking, so you got alt mode as an 8 track. So is this robot mode or is it bird? Yeah, whatever. As for some measurements, Freakwency, his height to the top of his head is 6 inches or 15.3 centimeters. 8 tracks, his height is 3/4 of an inch or 2.2 centimeters. You know, they're actually going like this. His length in this mode is 3 inches or 7.6 centimeters, and his wingspan is 3 1/8 inches or 7.9 centimeters. So there you go on that. So quick comparisons. I'm just going to do 8 tracks first real quick this time, because why not? You know, here are Blaster's tape buddies. You know, oop, you stay standing. Stay standing, I said. Just give me an idea there. That. The kind of obvious one, which duh, why didn't I think of this before? I grabbed him real quick. Here's Buzzsaw from the recent Studio Series Buzzsaw, just to give you an idea there, which, yeah, noticeably smaller, which makes sense considering he's a full 8 track, and yeah, he's a cassette tape. Oh yeah, so regards to Freakwency, here's Studio Series 86 Optimus, just to get an idea there. Noticeably taller, which makes sense. Here is Blaster. Yeah, because the whole thing here is, you know, they have the whole, you know, compartment thing. Although his is spring activated. Oh, by the way, no, they're not cross compatible. I don't know why you'd think an 8 track would go in there. I learned the hard way as a kid. Don't shove things into the wrong, you know, machine. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, and you get yelled at. Trust me on that. Here's a Studio Series 86 Ironhide. Just giving you an idea with another van guy, which he's noticeably shorter. So there's that. And here is Surfer Boy Pizza guy. Code Red, that's what his name was. I just remembered. There he is. He's taller, but he's also got that weird thing where he's disproportionate. You know, his short, stubby arms and really long legs. He's better. This is definitely better. Of the two Stranger Things collabs, this is the better one. So, yeah. So, there is that. So, Freakwency and 8 tracks. Really good, actually. The only real complaint about Freakwency is his lack of a waist joint. That's it. That's my only real complaint about this set. It's generally a really good set. I like the alt modes. It's just so weird having a transforming 8 track. I never thought that would be a thing, but here we are. I like the alt mode. The transformation is pretty simple but fun. The robot modes are fantastic. The robot chicken is goofy, but whatever. I can live with that. Not like there's not an endless supply of, you know, 3D printed rifles or anything available online or whatever. But yeah, you know, and yeah, they're just fun and great and everything. The weird thing about this guy, I'm looking at this. Yeah, I can easily imagine just, you know, repainted into a blaster or something, like with a crazy like thing on the side of the van, which is like, I don't know, a wizard riding a unicorn while casting lightning or something. Yeah, what was it? This guy was like, I think he was like $60 or something, but I got him really cheap because I had a whole bunch of coupons stacked up. So he was like, for me, he's like $42 or something like that. So yeah, $60 is a little expensive. I think that's what it was, $50 to $60, something like that. I think it was like $60 for the set, which is a little spendy considering. But if you get him on discount, he's definitely worth it. Yeah, I spent like $42, which is, you know, at this point now, unfortunately, is normal Voyager price. But yeah, he's really cool. I'm not sure if he's $60 cool. That's a good thing. So he'll probably go on discount at some point. And if he does, snap him up. He's really cool. He's a Target exclusive as well, at least in the US. And yeah, he's kind of cool. But yeah, definitely not. I don't think he's $60 cool. But definitely I paid $42 and I don't regret it. So hey, there you go. That includes shipping and taxes, I think, for me. So yeah. There you go. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out some of my social media down in the description and in the end of the video. Check out my Coffee, my Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.